finally made it to our destination. Now we had a 25 below and a howling wind. Had to put all the covers on it for the night. We might be here a couple days, and probably have to check on it during the night, make sure these high wind tie downs don't come off. So I'm in the building now for the night. Here's our little room. You can see there. It's not a bad room. It's pretty. There's a little bathroom there, but the water's frozen. I don't think it's frozen too badly. The temperature in this place was below zero when we got here, but it's up to 5 degrees now. The pumps for the heat kicked off in the last few days, so it's pretty cold in here. It'll take a while to warm it up, but it's a huge building. All these rooms, there's nobody in here. It's empty. You know, we got the repair crew that comes up, service, make sure the diesels, there was only one of the 3 diesels running, so they make sure everything's working, and so that the radars are able to keep operating. There's no town here. This is just like this. There's no human settlement this far north in Labrador. We're the last place, and it's not a settlement. And down at the, so we're about 2,000 feet up here on this hill, and it's minus 25 and it's blowing about 42 knots, but it's a mild wind here. And we went down, refueled at the bottom of the hill. And while we're down there refueling, you got to keep a good eye out for polar bears, because this is a high saturation area for them. I'll have some videos later of this. You know, the guys will open these doors, and there'll be 3 of them right there. Even though we're 2,000 feet up, they'll walk up the hill to see what's up here. So anytime you're outside, you got to be really careful. Have a weapon very nearby, and don't go very far. So I got a couple of I got 1 blanket and 1 comforter on my bed, and if that's not warm enough, maybe I'll get another comforter, but that's all for now. So I've just been reading this Diary of a Dead Man, something like that. 1943, this B-26 bomber took off from Baffin Island, and he was heading for Goose Bay, Labrador. And they got in bad weather. They couldn't pick up the signal from Goose Bay. They started following the coast south. They thought they were south of track, so they turned north. But they weren't south of track, they were north of track. So they flew a long way north, almost out of fuel. So they landed with the wheels up on the beach right near here, very near here. And then there was a Eskimo village, maybe only 5 or 6 houses, but at least there were people there. Super close to these guys, but they didn't realize where it was. And after about 3 days, 3 of them took off in this, some kind of a life raft that they had in this B-26, which is very foolish up in these parts, because, you know, in the blink of an eye, the wind comes up to 42 knots, and its prevailing winds are from the west. It's going to blow you out into the Atlantic Ocean. So they were never heard from again. It left 4 guys, and they were, I don't know, 6 weeks maybe or something, with very little food rations, and they were draining fuel from the engines and mixing it with oil. And finally in December, the end of December, January, the oil got too cold to flow, so they couldn't drain the oil out anymore. So they ran out of fire, and those four froze. And the natives found them in March. Found the bodies very close, a few miles from the settlement. So that's the exciting history behind this place here. Not a very good place to get stranded if you happen to be flying around.